Bom dia. Bom, Senhora Presidente da Câmara de Matosinhos, é muito bom estar aqui. Senhor Secretário de Estado, Senhora Presidente da Assembleia Municipal, dear Deputy Chief of Mission of the Embassy of Israel. Thank you so much, dear ladies and gentlemen. It's wonderful to be here, and I have some brief words of welcome. We've had two very difficult years, and 2022 has been an extraordinary year for tourism in Portugal. We have reached a record in revenues. We have almost reached the number of overnight stays in 2019. We have diversified our markets, with the United States growing more than ever. So we can say that 2022 was a record. And 2023 is going in a very positive way. But we still have some challenges. Nest, the Innovation Center in Portugal, has been a key actor during these 2 years and these past 3 years of existence of Nest in connecting the dots between product and service and the industry with technology, in improving our knowledge in sustainability, the advantage of having data for our decisions, and also the seamless experience that we all need when we travel. But we want to be more ambitious, and we need a better tourism. As I said, we have a few challenges, and we have to address them. And this is the moment to address those challenges openly, discussing openly and freely what we need to do in order to address them. We need to balance visitors with locals. We need to address the challenges that tourism brings in issues like health, habitation, cohabitation, communication, cooperation. And this is the right moment and the right place to discuss that. How can we improve and have better answers in order to have a better tourism? And technology and innovation are clearly the answer. That's why we are here. We are committed in showing that Portugal is not only one of the best destinations to visit, but also one of the best destinations taking the leads in building a better tourism. I take now the opportunity to thank our sponsors, and most important, the Mayor of Matosinhos, who welcomes us with this beautiful day and this beautiful scenery. The partners and founders of Nest, nós, Via Verde, Ana Aeroportos, BPI, Millennium, Microsoft, Google, together with Turismo de Portugal. All the startups that will be here today showing their projects, our dear speakers, and of course the Nest team that will show us what we will have here in a few minutes. Once again, technology, innovation is the answer to build a better tourism. But we can only do that with people, and we can only do that if we think on innovation addressing the needs of people, locals and visitors. This is the right time and this is the right place. Thank you so much.
For the next session, please welcome the Executive Director of Nest, Roberto Antunes.
Good morning, everyone. Such a good vibe. I can tell you that it was on 2019 that we engaged into our first international gathering, and it was our first public appearance of Nest, so we were presenting our strategies, presenting our plans. We did it together with friends that we have here today, with Taye Green, representatives from Israel. It was our debut. And 3 years after, with a bit of a bigger scale, as you will see again, an innovation gathering that we are very proud of. Let me start by thanking the distinct presence of Mr. Secretary of State of Tourism, Commerce, and I always think the last ones, and Services. I know which one is the first, never know which ones come second or third. To the President of the Municipality of Matosinhos, thank you very much, and of course, the President of Tourism to Portugal. Thank you for your distinct presence here. It does really show the commitment towards innovation. That's a fundamental thing. From the previous speech, I think we all got the right understanding of how strategic innovation is and how much in Portugal we are committed towards the twin transition, right? And how much of its principles, they are part of the tourism that we are building here, that we're very proud of, that we want to be renowned of, and that we want to lead by example. I would like to extend these acknowledgements to you there, seated, because you're part of this event. And there's lots of familiar faces, some other new faces, national, international, lots of diversity. And this is what we want for this event, diversity, different ways of thinking. Because if you are looking for fresh outlook on what the twin transition can bring to us, if you are looking forward to hear people that you don't often see on stages of tourism to talk about, to chat with you, this is an event for you. We will start the conversation with the wide inspirational space, which is the future, with a special invitee, Gerd Leonhard, which is one of the top 10 futurists in the world. So we will have a very inspirational session of what the future will bring to us. We will go into the twin transition to get a grip on it. We will see lots of cases of application of technology and how that can be used for tourism. We will talk about the growth avenues, sustainability, health and wellness. We will talk about metaverse and seamless mobility. And tomorrow, we will kick off the day with the consumer, getting to know more about the tourists, the new tourists. It will also be a premiere for a study that, on demand that Google will present to us firsthand, right in tomorrow's morning. Also, a study from MasterCard on trends in tourism. So it's going to be very insightful. Lots of innovation programs for startups from Turismo Portugal and also from Nest. And we will have the pitch of 15 startups, some national, some international, that you will be able to see, and a jury composed of more than 20 people, entrepreneurs, business women and men, that will evaluate which one does stand out. And today, we will also have a little bit of fun because, you know, we're an innovation center. We have to breathe a little bit of liveliness and happiness on the way that we are growing with the tourism. So we will have the chances to get to know a little bit more our startups, but there will be DJing. Alessandra from UNWTO is going to be one of the DJs. It's your debut as well, the first time on an event? Playing? Yes? Thank you for that. Alessandra told me, don't tell anyone. But it's fantastic. One of our keynote speakers is going to participate on, on fun and joy in this event. It's going to be fantastic. We will also have one of Portugal Got Talent artists that is going to do a performance here tonight with us. And as you can see, lots of surprises, even a piano here on stage. I won't say much about it, but it's going to be part of one of our panels. A big thank you for our keynotes, for our panelists. You are the soul of this event. If there is commitment for building a better future, here you are. This is the whole bunch of people which are saying, yes, let's build a better future, a better tourism, right? So a big thank you for you all. And also, without them, we would have made it. our sponsors, MasterCard, our main sponsor, fantastic, thank you very much, Maria Antonia. Our partners, Vila Galé, and also the municipality of Matosinhos, which is, welcoming us in this marvelous place. To talk about innovation, it could only be here. And also to our founders at Nest, also big thank you for having always supported us, and also believed, even when sometimes our ambition sounds a bit foolish, but you always giving us the energy to move on, to do it. Let me tell you just very briefly about Nest, founded in 2019, as I said, and it's a private right association, okay, and is set to be the connector in the ecosystem for knowledge and experimentation. This is very important. Not only knowing how things are done, but putting your hands in the dirt. Experiment for the most promising technologies that can be applicable to tourism, okay? And business features that we believe that can make tourism thrive in the future. Our strategy is by supporting the SMEs. Since 2019 until now, a lot has been done. Better to show you than to tell you. It's a short video, but tells about this 3.5-year journey and some of our key achievements.
Portugal is a welcoming country. We are a top destination in the world, and tourism will remain one of our greatest industries. Seamless experiences, data-driven businesses, and sustainable solutions. That is why Nest was created in 2019. To be the driving force of the Portuguese tourism industry, supported by technology and innovation. Since the beginning, we've supported small and medium-sized Portuguese enterprises in the so-called twin transition, which will lead companies through the new global economic and social standards. We take action through 4 major pillars: culture, capacitation, pilots, and collaboration. The focus on innovation culture has allowed us to organize several think tanks every year, where we gather the tourism ecosystem for strategic discussions on innovation, but also to maintain a strong digital presence and communication strategy, namely the social media and our webinars that became renowned in Portuguese-speaking countries. The presence in the main industries events and own-generated concepts are part of our footprint. What's Next, which was created to discuss and experience what the future of tourism will look like, and our sponsorship to the TV show, The Next Big Idea, the biggest in Portuguese television regarding innovation, entrepreneurship, and technology, were both privileged stages for promotion of several startups linked to our sector. We've created the largest video database on the tourism sector in Portugal. And to proceed with spreading knowledge, our capacitation pillar has urged us to develop a certified training in marketing for tourism companies and digital tools such as T+, which allows companies to assess its carbon footprint and address sustainability with own strategies. However, it's by experiment and trial that the future of Portuguese tourism is being designed. That is why we have invested in promoting and bringing to life some of the most innovative and exciting ideas, which brought important developments in accessibility, energy savings, and the way that we host and interact with tourists. The last 3 years also consolidated our role as an innovation force in the tourism sector, namely through the signing of important protocols with the World Tourism Organization for Global Innovation, and with Nova Medical School, which allowed the creation of Nest Health and Tourism Lab, a collaborative hub that links the tourism and the health sector in the search for better future solutions. We're more connected than ever. Within European Union, 2 ongoing COSME programs, fully dedicated to leverage small and medium enterprises skills, are putting us close to other 8 member states and more than 15 innovation-driven tourism organizations. At a national level, the collaboration aspect is our strongest delivery. In present day, Nest is the center of a new digital innovation hub, the only one in Europe fully dedicated to tourism, and one of the major innovation forces within the National Recovery and Resilience Plan, with other 38 entities. And because this is a cooperative industry, none of this would be possible without the important contributions and commitment to the future of our founders and partners. 3 years have passed, but we feel our story is just in the beginning. We are committed to turn Portugal into the major tourism innovation hub in Europe and in the world. And that's exactly what we will do.
We will do. Very good. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Now moving forward, I will finish quite briefly to provide you a little bit more of understanding of this last topic of collaboration. It's quite dear for us, Nest. One of the most important things we've done in the last year and so was to create an international network. And for this, the European Union capacitation programs that we are part of, they are, let's say, the right space for this connectivity on which we are exchanging knowledge and understanding of how to support the SMEs in a way that we can make actually the change happen. So very importantly, we are connecting with all of these countries, all of these entities, and we do think that this is a big unlock for growth through capacitation. So very promising for us through the next year to extract value from international cooperation. But also our coordination in key consortiums, the ones which are being in place for critical, let's say, developments. One of them is a digital innovation hub, which is actually a framework from the European Union in order to have, let's say, a one-stop shop, someone that SMEs can easily approach in order to get capacitation, to get the test before invest, to get as well affordable digital services. And this is something that is going to be live as well from starting now in 2023, and Nest is the coordinator, as much as together with Deloitte, a fully dedicated agenda at the National Recovery Plan, which is also meant to be transformative. So a group of 38 partners, an investment of 128 billion euros from 23 to 25, an effort on upgrading the whole customer journey with all tourism verticals in a way that will be applied the state-of-the-art of technology, connect the territory, connect the verticals through data as an opportunity to generate qualified jobs, a much higher level of service, and of course a big impact on sustainability. And let me just finish with the point of collaboration. It's normally said as tough love when we say things to the ones we like, even if they are not, let's say, nice things. And I do think that in Portugal we have to start believing that collaboration can actually take us to spaces on which we can do transformative things into industries. Many people, I'm not saying everyone, thinks that, competitive advantage could be put at stake because, while I'm collaborating, or I'm providing my resources to others, or what about intellectual property? Lots of concerns about this. But I can tell you that the challenges that the green transition is proving to us, they are not set for success if we take it in isolation. And because this is the difference between cooperation and collaboration. Cooperation, I get to people and companies that can help me to achieve my objective. Collaboration, we all define a common objective. We share our main assets, our knowledge, and get from the others the ones I don't. And we make a change from a space on which we know hardly about the market, about people, to a space on which competition happens on a huge detail on how I can address to the needs of the tourists, of the consumers, on which I can have actually reduction on costs, impact on sustainability. It is a general movement. So you have to bring not only you with this transformation, but your peers, your suppliers, your whole connection. That's what collaboration is meant for. And it's very serious with contracts, protection of intellectual property, and competition still happens, but in a much more interesting space. So I'm inviting you to think about collaboration. We as Nest are here to help. All of this experience of the National Resilience Plan and the Digital Innovation Hub are for us good spaces to provide you then the support on doing this collaboration on a wider space. If I would make a plea, is to make 2023 as the year of collaboration for tourism. It's my wish. I hope that it will become yours at the end of this event. I hope that this is the kickoff of a great journey for tourism. It is already a great one. We just want to make it greater. That's it, right? And I hope that this event is actually useful and you find it really, really good and inspiring. And if it is like this, then we will meet each other next year. So have a great day. Enjoy. Thank you.
Ora, muito bom dia a todos. Good morning, everyone. Também começando em português, quero começar por saudar a Sra. Presidente da Câmara Municipal de Matosinhos, minha estimada amiga Luísa Salgueiro, agradecer as palavras amáveis e também saudar o trabalho que tem feito em prol de Matosinhos, um trabalho que é reconhecido e também a puxar pelo turismo, não só nas diferentes áreas, mas na área que me toca também o trabalho que tem feito na área do turismo e dos serviços e por isso o meu cumprimento especial. Cumprimentar também o Sr. Presidente do Turismo de Portugal, Luís Araújo, o Sr. Diretor do Nest, Roberto Antunes e todos os convidados. E cumprimentar também o Sr. Deputy Chief of Mission of Israel Embassy and also to have a word to our representative of the Regional Director for Europe of United Nations World Tourism Organization. So it's a great pleasure to have you here in Portugal and in Matosinhos. And starting with my few words, first of all, I would like to congratulate the organization, the Nest, for this important event that is focused on the future, and also to say and to congratulate Nest for choosing this place, this beautiful place, which is an inspiring place to create new ideas. So my congratulations to choose Matosinhos and to choose this fantastic place. In fact, today we are here to think about the future, and today we are here to discuss the future of the tourism, which is greener and digital as well. And in other words, we are here, like we have in the panel, to build a better tourism. So it's a great thematic to discuss here during these 2 days. Tourism, as we know, in Portugal is the largest export economic activity of Portugal, representing around 20% of the total exports of goods and services. So it's the major export economic activity of Portugal. So for our country, tourism is a sector of excellence of our economy and is a representative of our territory, of our culture, of our people, and about our history. But tourism is not only a sector of excellence, tourism is also a sector of resilience. After crossing 2 very difficult years related with the pandemic, the tourism sector's recovery process has been impressive, fast, and consistent. And tourism for that is a strategic area for the Portuguese government. And for that, we have established 5 strategic priorities. First of all, people, regarding qualifications and employment. Another priority is investment, support private investment, support our companies. Third strategic priority, we talk about territory, about our tourism resources. We need to preserve our natural landscape. We need to preserve our sea, our beaches, our historic buildings. Then the 4th strategic priority, like Roberto mentioned here, it's a twin transition, green and digital. It's also a priority of our national tourism strategy. And finally, promotion. We need to reinforce our presence in the international markets. We have done a good job, we have to do much more and more to reinforce our presence in the international markets. And in all these priorities, a vibrant ecosystem and innovative startups are essential. Innovation is an important pillar of our national tourism strategy. Innovation is a continuous process developed from an ecosystem that brings new ideas, new concepts, and new business. And this event is an opportunity to celebrate this ecosystem and the new horizons to the tourism sector, especially in terms of interactivity, connectivity, and sustainability. Secondly, this event aims to look into the future, to discuss the main challenges ahead and the next trends. In Portugal, we have developed a very important program, the FIT program, Fostering Innovation in Tourism. And the balance of 5 years of this program is clearly positive. Almost 70 programs and more than 140 startups were involved. And this is the time to continue. This is the time to be bold, curious, and ambitious. And for that, it's my pleasure to announce that tomorrow, Turismo de Portugal will launch the 2023 Ideation, Acceleration, and Open Innovation programs focused on tourism. We are investing with this program more than 1.3 million euros on these programs, and our goal is to involve more than 250 startups. So this is an important program, 1.23 million to support startups in the tourism area. At the same time, Portugal Ventures, which is the Portuguese public venture capital company, will launch a call for investment in the amount of 1 million euros. We intend to invest in innovative tourism projects in the pre-seed phase. So, both initiatives represent more than 2.3 million euros of public investment, and this means that we have a strong commitment to promote entrepreneurship in tourism. So I think these good opportunities to have great projects, to have more knowledge, more innovations, where universities, polytechnics, research centers, entrepreneurs are all invited to apply to these two calls with 2.3 million euros. So, finally, we want to intensify funding for new tourism business to ensure the conditions for new ideas and innovation in tourism. In sum, we keep the ambition of leading the tourism of the future, where innovation and sustainability are our motto. So let me wish you a good work in these 2 days. Not only work, you are having fun in the end of the day with the DJ, as much as I know. So let me wish you a good work. And like Roberto said, you are the soul of this event. So let me wish you a good work. And in this day also, we are in January, a great year for all here that are here in this event. Thank you so much.
Muito bom dia a todas e a todos. Sejam muito bem-vindos ao Terminal de Cruzeiros de Leixões. Acho que está um dia muito bonito para vos receber a todos e quero cumprimentar especialmente o Sr. Secretário de Estado, Nuno Fazenda, meu amigo. Tenho muito gosto de receber aqui no seu primeiro evento como Secretário de Estado em Matosinhos. Espero que volte muitas vezes e desejo-lhe as maiores felicidades para o exercício do cargo, que será importante para todos nós e para o país. Caro Luís Araújo, Presidente do Turismo de Portugal, caro Roberto Antunes, Diretor Executivo da Next, caro Mr. Deputy Chief of Israel Embassy, Senhora Presidente da Assembleia Municipal, Senhores Vereadores, Sr. Presidente da União de Freguesias de São Médio em Festa, Senhora Dora, representantes de muitas instituições que aqui estão presentes, muito bem-vindos e, por respeito aos nossos convidados, vou agora mudar para inglês, que é a língua oficial do nosso encontro. It is with great pleasure that Matosinhos welcomes the Boost Conference Building Better Tourism, an event organized in a partnership between Next, Center for Tourism Innovation, and the City Council of Matosinhos. This event aims to debate the potential of tourism through the lenses of the dual, green and digital transitions. In a world that is constantly changing and evolving, it is crucial to share ideas, good practices and knowledge, always keeping in mind the human component that is at the center of the tourism sector. Let me start by stating that there is no question that tourism is one of the biggest drivers of our national economy, responsible for generating economic wealth and employment. But As sustainability is increasingly a key challenge of our common future, we must triangulate the environmental, economic, and social dimensions related to tourism. Economic growth must be achieved together with sustainability and social responsibility. The tourism sector is many times one of the causes of the degradation of ecosystems around the world, accentuating pressures on local communities and impacts on public infrastructures. As such, it is key to reduce the environmental footprint in tourism destinations, protecting local communities and traditions, while guaranteeing that those who visit us can have a memorable and authentic experience. In Matosinhos, tourism has benefited from strong growth rates during the last few years. At the same time, it became a wide and diverse sector in tandem with other activities and traditions of our city. Gastronomic tourism is supported by our secular relation with sea and fishing and canning sector, as well as having the sector largest port in country where we stay right now. Sports tourism benefits from the 15 kilometers of Matosinhos coastline, with surf being one of the strongest assets. Religious and spiritual tourism is anchored in the Caminhos of Santiago de Compostela heritage, which will soon have a dedicated pilgrim service station. Event and sports tourism has grown through events such as Boost, Conference, KSP Summit, and many others. Thus, it is especially important to engage with local companies and institutions to ensure a balance between sustainable tourism and mass tourism. Through planning and adaptation, it is possible to build a more sustainable model for tourism, one that allows everyone to visit us, but also to protect those who live and work here all year around. Our municipality has an important responsibility to ensure that this goal is achieved. For one, we have already reduced carbon emissions by 40.2% since 2009. Last November, we set out the ambitious goal of achieving carbon neutrality by 2030, 20 years earlier compared to the national goals. We are also, last year, the first city in Matosinhos, in Portugal, I beg your pardon, to be recognized by the United Nations as a resilience hub, in recognition of our ability to anticipate and organize responses, manage resources, and support structures. The City Council has also developed different actions and policies regarding the valuing of heritage and the requalification of green spaces, namely the requalification of the Lessa Valley Corridor, which have as its main objectives the enhancement of the landscape and the river banks, as well as the depollution of the river course, transforming it in a leisure area, promoting greater contact with nature, and the investment in the construction of 7 kilometers of cycle and pedestrian paths. Matosinhos invests and encourages the adaptation of the motto of sustainability by the community, developing projects such as the implementation of semi-electric buses, the creation of the charging stations for electric cars, the provision of electrical bicycles in the territory, urban regeneration, the preservation of the material and immaterial heritage. In addition to sustainability, technological and digital improvements are also a key goal for Matosinhos and its tourism sector. The digital transition is a crucial element for our vision of a city that best serves its citizens. We were the first city in the country to implement the technological free zone, a physical environmental for testing technologies, products, or innovation technology-based services. With a focus on the energy and digital transition, our Living Lab in Matosinhos allows testing, experimenting, and demonstrating technological solutions related to mobility, energy, environment, and buildings in the logic of smart neighborhoods. A project developed with the SEIA, the Air, Are You Ready?, created a free zone market to value the carbon savings of the population, having won a Bauhaus Prize from the European Commission. Matosinhos was also recently ranked second in the online accessibility, navigability, and ease of access categories from the municipality's Internet Presence Index in 2021. Certain of the current and future importance of tourism, that is an economic and social engine, our municipality is developing the Tourism Observatory, which will guarantee knowledge about our visitors and their motivation for visiting Matosinhos, as well as the needs and expectations of local agents in the current situation. This knowledge will contribute to local policies and to the development of new projects. For the future, I am certain that companies, local institutions, and the municipality of Matosinhos will continue working together to guarantee the thriving tourism sector, one that will be increasingly more sustainability and innovative while protecting Matosinhos' identity and traditions. These are our mainly goals for the next times about tourism. I would like to thank also to Deputy Mayor Marta Pontes that is gathering all this work, and to underline that is a particular moment for us to have you all here, and best luck to next, that is already a fantastic example on this matter. Thank you all. I wish you a great day here. You are always very welcome here in Matosinhos.